Ni hao, my name is Dayang Yraola. I'm the founder and lead curator of Project Glocal. As you must have seen on write-ups that we released on Facebook earlier in the year, Project Glocal is not an organization nor a string of events that happen periodically like Bienales and Triennales. Project Glocal is a social experiment that brings together artists, creative people, and the communities. It could be bringing them to work, to talk to each other, to think, to explore, to ask questions together beyond cultural and physical boundaries. Since 2010, I have been proposing that we are ready to make our world smaller and our comfort zones bigger. There is internet and its many portals. There are budget airfares. There are backpackers in. There are studio sharings. This is recognizing that as creative thinkers and workers, we do not just make creative objects. We know how to live creatively. We are unbound. I started building the first set of artists for Project Glocal in early 2011. Since I believe that the work is a reflection of the artist, the first step is to look at works that shows relationship with each other in terms of subject and approach. I prioritize artists who are from city centers and those that have been connecting outside their own cities. This is important because it already exhibits a certain level of awareness for what is beyond home. At the same time, these artists on the first roster have anchors in their own city, which only means that they still consider one place as their home. Bangkok, Hong Kong, Manila, and Singapore are the closest to me. This is why I chose them, because I thought if I could include a place that I hardly knew, it will take so much time to learn about it and less to learn about its artists. For the first Project Glocal that went public in 2012, we tried to explore these keywords or phrases. Conversation, what it means to talk to each other. Habit forming, or city as a form of habit. Citizening, or city as an idea and not a place, and how it is to be a person in this invented reality. The zip coding, or how it is to be a multi-local, being in multi-cities in same instance. All of these, except for the zip coding in Singapore, happened in Manila. Well, simply because that was how far our resources reached. This also became title of exhibits and talks, simply because it is easier to draw people to come together if there is an event. And for Manila audience, an exhibit is something they would go to. And in these talks emerged more key phrases such as circumstances engineering, which is to say that we design opportunities based on our needs. Committed conversation, which is not just talking, but talking with an intention to make something actually happen. Creativity investment, which is different from economic investment, but inspired more of Gilles Deleuze's proposal of culture as rhizome, which is to recognize nodes where it is possible to bear fruit. Last year, I had a better opportunity to add more cities in my list. I've gone to Taipei twice, to Tokyo and neighboring cities twice. I've only been to KL and Jakarta once, but there are a number of people in those two latter cities that I work with year-round, all for different projects. By that time, I already had in the back of my mind the suggestion to make the next Project Glocal on residency platform, because it will enable the artists to engage longer in the city that they were assigned. Ricky Cheng of No Man's Land came in the picture on perfect timing. To make a long story short, with Digital Art Center, we now present to you Project Glocal 2014, Transient Taipei. Transient is spelled with EN on parentheses. This means it could be read as transient, which is to live temporarily, and transit, which is to pass by. Artists will be sent to Taipei, KL, and Manila throughout the year. They have one major assignment: to engage local creatives and/or communities in their art production. The artists I sent to Taipei, whom Ricky will introduce later, are selected from very long list of active creatives in Indonesia, Malaysia, and the Philippines. I have worked with them in projects last year called Media Art Kitchen for the Japan Foundation. Duto Hardono, Fairo Sulaiman, and Manette Villariva have different project ideas for the residencies that will be shared with you in the coming days. We hope to learn more about Taipei, the people, and the culture in as many aspects that we would be allowed to. I will join you later to entertain questions and suggestions regarding Project Glocal in general and Transi TPE. Meantime, I thank you all in advance for your kindness, especially Ricky Cheng, Feng Xin, Pin Che Chang, our partners, and everybody who has been laboring so hard since August last year to make this all happen. Salamat and mabuhay!